Right now, say I want Josh Taylor and get the Josh Taylor fight because he's April bro. That's it. So anybody on that pipeline right now, that's a big deal.
I talked his ass, but the same day that James Tony came and signed the contract.
Wow.
So I'm talking to Bobo on the phone like this. Look, I got Zab on one phone, I got James on one phone.
What's Crawford gonna do before? He's gonna beat Sean. Everybody listen, he's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean.
Mike Lewis is the perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Yo, what it do? Welcome to Let's Talk Sports, y'all. We got a lot to get into today, a lot to unpack. But as usual, Boxing the DC, what up? Boxing Fanatics, what's up? Hey man, listen, I'm gonna send you a joint in 1 minute, bruh. You done snuck in there fast. I just seen you in the clubhouse room. We got a lot to unpack up in here. Where you at though, Smoke? Where you at? You at work? You home? We got a lot to unpizzag. Where you at, Smoke? You know what I mean? We got a lot to unpack. I'm gonna have to backtrack because last week I got kind of had technical difficulties, so we didn't even get the chance to really unpack and break down the whole the bug card. But then what happened with Vergil and the controversy followed that, and then of course I got to get into my Olympics. We got a lot to get into. Let me know if you somewhere where you can pop on for a minute, Smoke, and I'll send it to you. Cause we got a lot to chop up. We're gonna start with last week. First, a lot of people was going back and forth on whether or not they thought Bud won, was it a draw, what he lost. I thought it was a clear victory. I didn't see the fight as being close at all. To me. You know what I mean? Me and Sean Porter kind of had the same fight card. Speaking of Sean Porter, shout out to Sean Porter, Zab Judah, and I got to get the rest of the list that all got inducted into the Nevada Las Vegas Hall of Fame yesterday. Shout out to them guys, good guys that we had a chance to chop it up with, a few times. Talk to me, Smoke. But spinning the block, like I said, I thought the fight was fairly, one-sided. It kind of had Mazemov had some competitive rounds. I didn't see many rounds he outright won. You know what I mean? You could give him 2, 3 at the most on my card. And then that's what I saw. Now, many people, saw it. Like I said, the round was competitive. Similar to, I think, what happened with this weekend with Vergil Ortiz and the fight he had. I don't want to say the guy's name wrong, but I don't want to say his name wrong, but the Vergil Ortiz fight, many people saying they thought Vergil lost, and this fight actually had knockdowns into it and everything, but they saying a lot of the competitive rounds went Vergil's way. Let me know how y'all feel about that. I can't say yay or nay on that one, but a lot of people thought that about that fight. But touching on the Crawford situation, because the kickoff for Berlanga and Canelo went off this week. And, a lot of things could coming out of this fight. First Turkey Island Sheik, he's, adamant, and many people are adamant they want to make the fight between Crawford and Canelo. And I'm from day one, I was never a fan of that fight, and I'm still not a fan of that fight. There's nothing nobody can do to make me a fan of that fight. And let me say this. I will never, ever, ever again I never doubted him before. I only picked him against him one time, but I never doubted him. But I'm not doubting Bud Crawford at all. Not doubting Bud Crawford. I don't like that fight for many reasons. There's many reasons why I don't like that fight between him and Canelo. Number one is this. When we don't know, everybody said, I know this. No, we ain't never seen him fight at 168 ever. We don't know if he can get up to 168 and the weight make him slow. We don't know if the weight make him sluggish. We don't know if the weight, is he gonna be sharp? He's gonna be crisp. We don't know what he look like at 168. That's step one. Step two, I'm listening to Canelo talk. You know what I mean? The moves he's making and the stuff he's saying. He's fully aware of where he is in his career and where he's at in his life. He's fully aware. And when I say that is this, I'm gonna put one thing in y'all mind. For those that's so adamant about they want this fight for Bud, let me say this to you. Think about what happened between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. Before you say I'm out of my mind, because I got that, I'm getting that a lot. Before you say I'm out of my mind, hear me out. What do Ryan Garcia, Canelo, and Oscar Valdez have in common? All three of them popped the drug test. All three of them, at one point in time, was from the same camp. The playbook that Ryan ran against Devin, not to say nothing, I'm not taking no shots at Canelo, but was straight out the book of Canelo. And who's to say when it come to Bud, Canelo won't try to run the same play? He may not do the substance, but let's say he just say, you know what, man, you coming up here, I'm the A side, you coming all the way to 168. If I make weight, I make weight. Whatever weight I come in. He probably come in there on fight night 190. You know what I'm saying? And then, put a rehydration clause on Bud. I mean, it's so much stuff he could put in this fight to put it at his advantage. Now that Bud got past Earl, I don't want him to lose. And I definitely want him to lose on no technicality, going up in weight, being taken advantage of by a bigger fighter who's putting stuff in the game. I don't want to see that. I'm not a fan of that fight. Call me what you want him. Vergil's was walking around with Shakur this weekend. Hopefully the fight everybody's begging for, since all of a sudden, everybody's begging for to see Shakur and Tank. Despite all he's so boring talk, people still want to see Shakur fight Tank. And I'm for that fight. I doubt if it happens right now. I think Tank will probably, trying to sit around and see, what fight make more sense for him out of the, the picks that he got. But I don't think that Shakur will be next. But I mean, if Turkey can make it, let Turkey make it. That's a fight that we would gladly tune in for. You know what I mean? I always said a long time ago, when it's all said and done, the biggest fight for Tank will be Shakur. I still stand on that, even despite all the people saying, what they think about his previous fights. I still think when the dust settles, the biggest fight will be that fight right there, because they're going to call on him, because we already know the guys that stand in front of Tank don't stand a fighting chance. You know what I mean? They don't stand a fighting chance. I don't think many people think Devin got a fighting chance anymore anyway. Even though he got the belt, the loss got took away, but the damage that Ryan put on him is done. I don't think nobody believes Devin can survive Tank right now. So Shakur's what you're going to be left with. I don't think nobody believes El Rayo, even though he beat Pitbull Cruz. I don't think nobody believes El Rayo can beat Tank. I know the talk of that is coming soon, but I don't think nobody believes that. I don't think nobody believes that. You know what I'm saying? Now, we're going to bounce around. Boxing to DC. And for those that seen the Vergil Ortiz fight, tell me what you think of that fight. I don't think Vergil, after that performance, he either need to run it back with that guy, or, I'd rather see him fight a Tim Tszyu. Not saying nothing bad about Tim, but I want to rather see him fight a Tim Tszyu or somebody else before we try to throw him out there with Bud. You know what I mean? I want these fights to really mean something. You know what I mean? I don't want these guys just to be getting fights because they just a title holder and Bud just fighting them just to get a belt to become undisputed again. I want these fights to mean something. You know what I mean? That's just me. That's just me. I could be wrong. 1,000% I could be wrong. You know what I mean? But that's just me. I want these fights to mean something. And, we got a lot going on. To me, I think social media, as much as social media has increased sports, boxing, it is unbelievably damaging the sports. Like nobody keeps it real no more. Everything is clickbait. Everything is clickbait. We don't even talk about the real topics anymore. You know what I mean? We don't even talk about the real topics anymore. Like the day I search algorithms. I go to Twitter, I go to YouTube, then I go to to watch the first takes of the world and all that, just to get content or just to see what they're talking about. And today, I'm a Cowboy fan, but there are 4 different segments about the Cowboys. Are you serious? The Olympics just happened. We got great fights going on, and you got 4 segments about the Cowboys. And I'm a Cowboy fan, and I'm like, ugh, no disrespect. For real, man. I wanted to hear them talk more about the gold medals from the both basketball teams. I wanted to talk about a whole lot of other things other than just Cowboys. I don't want to hear about that contract. I don't hear about CD contract. We know Jerry is in a whole mess right now. They even had a segment show Bill Belichick be the Cowboys coach next year. Like, come on, man. Sports, listen, clickbait has took over all topics. We can't never get down to the nitty gritty. And then most people on these platforms are lying. You know what I mean? They're just saying whatever sound good and they don't want to get canceled. But, you got to start giving people the real, because people depend on these outlets to give them the real about these sports. Like I said, those are just tapping in. Tell me what you thought about last week with Bud and his decision. Tell me what you thought about Vergil Ortiz and his decision for the boxing. And tell me what y'all thought about the Olympics. Speaking of the Olympics, this is what I need to bring up. I was so brokenhearted when I saw the fight to get ready for the goal with Jamal Harvey. I thought he got a real bad decision. He got the short end of a horrible decision. And then to go back and you see all these fighters talking about how the USA boxing is really in the dumps and this, that, and the third. When I thought our guy should have been in that gold medal game, I thought that was a tragedy. I was there watching it with his family. Shout out to Mom Dukes, Pop Dukes, Grandma, and all that. But I thought that was a tragedy. I thought that was a horrible decision. I didn't see any way possible that where the other guy won the fight. I saw where Jamal knocked the guy down multiple times, and he outlanded the guy. So I don't know in the Olympics if you outland somebody and drop them, I don't know how in the world the decision go against you. It seemed like it was an agenda. It seemed like it was an agenda, not just for boxing, for the whole entire thing. You know what I mean? It just seemed like everything was so agenda driven, and I just think that he really got the bumming of a real bad decision. But shout out to Jamal Harvey. When he come back home, y'all show him love, show him appreciation. He'll have a welcome home towards the end of the month at the Tank Outlets, and come out there and show your love, man. We had a U.S. Olympian that should have medaled, but we're going to keep that. We're going to keep that moving. But like I said, I think it was really the Olympics was a lot. The Olympics was a lot. You know what I mean? I think the women's basketball team they was the Tupac of the whole thing, because it was definitely them against the world. It's something. This got to be said. I don't care. Cancel me, get mad at me. It's bad when you got to go out there overseas and play against a group of people and your own country is rooting against you. Not just the other countries going against you, your own country is going against you. So I'm confused. A lot of times everybody think it's all about the country, it's all about the flag, but you was rooting against your own team. You know what I mean? And the French team battled them tooth and nail. And on both men and female, and then the big stars on both sides showed up. The Steph Curry showed up. The KD showed up. The Aja Wilson showed up. The Breonna Stewart showed up. Shout out to Khalid Copper. Yeah, they came through. That girl Gabby Williams for France was hooping. Maureen Johannes for the other team was hooping. You know what I mean? I'll get to the WNBA. That whole infrastructure need to be fixed. But yeah, like I said, it was truly them against the world over there. For those that just tapping in, like I said, man, my whole Olympic recap, I think Jamal Harvey got jobbed. I think people spent way too much time talking about whether or not, I don't want to be insensitive, but we all reacted to the situation where we thought it was a born male fighting females. We reacted to it. You know what I mean? Thank God I didn't go live and speak on it, because then, they then came back and said, no, this person is a biological woman and all that. However you feel about that, the Olympics had a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? The Olympics had a lot going on. From like I said, pretty much the basketball teams had their own country rooting against them. And then on top of that, Steph Curry and, his family, somebody did something to his son after the game. Then we got this story going around about LeBron and the kid trying to get autograph as he gets out the car. It's a lot. They're trying to take Jordan Child's bronze medal back. I mean, it's a lot. What are we doing? Hey, what are we doing? Just actually, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. You feel me? My man Rob talked to me, man. What you think of the fights? From the Bud card to last week's card with Vergil, Ortiz and all that, and what you think they should do next? Shout out to USA Boxing. You know what I mean? All these amateur programs, and I think they talking about taking boxing out of the Olympics completely. You know what I mean? Which is a tragedy, and which also was a tragedy. Listen, I'm sorry, y'all. I got to speak on this too. That whole break dancing thing. Come on, man. I mean, to me, it seemed like they was making fun of the culture. I don't know other way to put it. I've never seen nothing like that. How can you put together an event and not even have some sort of, criteria of dealing with the people that actually created what you're doing? You know what I mean? It was weird. It's weird. It's like this Olympics was wild. And I don't know how you package this up and bottle it up. From Jason Tatum not getting next to no playing time. Like, again, it's a lot of politics going on out here, and it's crazy. I'm going to bounce around, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm bouncing around, but, it's all going to make sense. It's a lot of politics going on, and it's mad crazy, though. I've never seen, of course, like I said, with the women's game, right? Of course, the big hoo-ha noise going on was the fact that they left Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese off the team, mainly Caitlin Clark. So the country rooted against them because of that, right? But on the NBA side, you had the finals MVP, not even on the team. They replaced a player who was injured for part of the season in Kawhi Leonard and still left the finals MVP off the team. Make it make sense. Then the guy who was in the MVP race, runner up for finals MVP, he don't get no playing time. Don't make sense. It don't make sense. And we got all the people talking about, well, Coach Kern's a great coach, and he had to find a way to make the right matchups. Knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. Whatever the reason may be, that ain't it. He may have a valid reason, but that ain't it. That's not it. You know what I mean? You're not going to tell me that was it. You know what I mean? So, nah, that ain't it. But, they can run with that. But all I'm saying is the Olympics to me was a hot mess. Yes, we had a lot of great points. Yes, we had some, some outstanding gold medals from, Sha'Carri Richardson and, Noah Lyles and all these guys. And, a lot of people, Simone Biles. You know what I mean? It's a lot that came out of it, but at the same time, it was a hot mess. A hot mess. There's a lot of politics. I turn on TV today, and Dan Orlovsky got Patrick Mahomes, the number 7 quarterback in the league. Aaron Rodgers, number 1. He played, 2 downs last year? How's he the number 1 quarterback? Oh, and why is Mahomes number 7? Huh? Come on, man. We gotta stop. Love Matthew Stafford. Love Aaron Rodgers. Love CJ Stroud. Love most of the people y'all had on the list. Nobody's better than Patrick Mahomes. We got to stop. Nobody's better than Patrick Mahomes. No one. He's one of one. You know what I mean? He's one-on-one. He's looking to put himself in the GOAT contest, in the GOAT conversation. You know what I mean? He's one of one. Stop doing that. There's nowhere in the world that he should have been where he was at on the top 100. And there's nowhere in the world I should have looked at a list this morning where he's number 7. What? Number 7? That's bananas to me. You know what I'm saying? That's beyond. I took a pic. I screenshotted the list. Where is it at? Where's my screenshot? Not screenshot. I thought I took a picture of it. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I got it over here. I know I took a picture of that because it was wild to me to see they had coming into the season, Patrick Mahomes, number 7 quarterback in the league. It's bananas to me. Let's see. Aaron Rodgers, number 1. Matthew Stafford, number 2. Joe Burrow, number 3. C.J. Stroud, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, then Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, and the reigning MVP not even in the top 10. Make it make sense. You know what I mean? The Super Bowl MVP and the reigning MVP is not in the top 5. Stop. Sports talk, we got to do better. We have got to do better. We've got to do better. I'm going to get back to boxing to DC. I promise I'm going to get back to boxing, but I had to touch on some stuff. I'm going to touch this, though. I've always been a fan of the WNBA, even before this year. I kind of ain't going to lie. I kind of had fell back a little bit because it kind of got a little kind of stagnant. But this year, when they bought the charge or the young class and they brought all the extra noise to it, I got locked in. And see, I did. I was tuning in to see Angel Reese, and I was tuning in to see Caitlin Clark. Right. I was tuning in for that. That's what got me back into it heavy. That's a fact. But when I started tuning in and I saw Aja Wilson and was floored, you know what I'm saying? I was floored when I saw Aja Wilson. I've heard of her, seen snippets of her, but when I got a full bullseye view, I was floored. I was floored when I saw Kaya from out Minnesota and Arika Wale from out Dallas and, various others, Kalia Cooper and all. I mean, look, man. So when I'm saying to people that it's okay if you want to sensationalize the rookies, number 1, Caitlin Clark. If you want to hype it up, follow the train and pump all that up, that's fine. But if you're going to cover the sport, cover the sport. There's a difference between covering a person than covering the sport. So covering the sport, I got to see all these other people. And I'm like, hold on. We selling this league short because there's some hoopers out there. But for them to go to the Olympics, and because they didn't put her on the team for their own country to be rooting against them, is a tragedy. It's a tragedy. You know what I mean? They won the gold, and all day yesterday, you'd have thought they lost. But all of the media coverage is saying, "Oh my God, it's embarrassing. They barely won. This is why these girls should have been on the team." I'm gonna be honest. This is my hot take. With the way the Olympics, with the physicality that all of those teams overseas played, no, Angel and Caitlin was not ready for that level. I'm sorry. And people are going to push back. But like I said, I watched all of their games this year. I've seen how they dealt with certain type of things. And to try to supplement them, to take somebody off and put them in, it wouldn't have been an advantage. You know what I mean? Yes, Angel Reese is doing her thing. Yes, Caitlin Clark is doing his thing. But putting them in that environment that them women was overseas, these last couple games was not going to change, was not going to boost them. You know what I mean? She's not going to do no more than Brittany Griner. She's not going to do no more than Alyssa Thomas. She's definitely not going to do more than what Kelsey did yesterday. She's not going to do more than them other girls, and that's not going to happen. So that's a farce. You know what I mean? The right people was there. The right people was there. They'll be there in the next couple years. And Gabby Williams of that French team, she need to come back to the WNBA. And Maureen Johannes on them, they need to come back to the WNBA. ASAP. Now, let me touch on something else. Everybody talking about how LeBron, Steph, and Katie and all them, how they did and all that. Listen, people always gonna say I ride my old school, but them the talk of this team or any other team that they've been part of beating the dream team, stop. They're not beating the dream team. No, they are not. No, that ain't gonna happen. It was a different game back then. See, it's a different game. That's why I don't like comparing eras anymore. I don't like to compare the eras no more because every sport is no longer what it used to be. From boxing to football to basketball, none of the sports are what they used to be. So I don't like comparing the eras. If you want to say these guys are the best of their era and they would have did this, cool. But leave the dream team out of it. Because those that came from the physical era, from the physicality era, when physicality was real, like when WNBA, they still play like that. But the NBA don't. You know what I'm saying? The NBA is the land of the flops now. NFL, the land of the flops now. You know what I mean? People barely get touched, then flags come out. You know what I mean? It ain't the game. It's a different game. You know what I mean? The physical, the brawn, is no longer there in any of the sports. See what I'm saying? And you're not going to jump shoot. You're not going to jump shoot logo threes to get out of it. Because that means you're going to have to shoot a very high percentage. Unbelievable percentage to win a game like that when you have no presence in the paint. You know what I mean? And the dream team would dominate every team that came after it in the paint. You don't have a fighting chance in the paint. You're not doing nothing in the paint. You shooting all jumpers. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna win like that. That's my 2 cents. That's my $2. And that's why I'm always going to say, I'm always going to go with that mob because, again, it's all about the physicality. Physicality matters. If we playing in the cupcake era, no disrespect, but we playing in the cupcake era where you can't touch nobody, well, imagine you not Michael Jordan going to the rack untouched. Huh? He getting a free run to the rack every single time. Come on, bro. Michael go for 60. Easy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. Stop. You know what I mean? Now back to boxing. Like I said, got a lot of interesting things that's going to come out. The Edgar Berlanga Canelo fight. I'm not even going to waste my time talking about that. That is a disrespect to the sport. He said he's in this place where he can do what he want to do. He even voiced it. He said Floyd did it. No, he didn't. Oscar did it. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Oscar didn't do this. Floyd didn't do this. None of the greats did this. No legend, nobody that's considered the number one fighter of that era did what you're doing right now. At no point. Yes, they took tune-ups and they took keep busy fights, but they didn't purposely, while they're active, you know what I mean, go from I'm going to not fight the up and coming youngin or the young lion and purposely put myself in a position to fight the McGears and Edgar Berlangas of the world. No, Floyd absolutely did not do that, and no, Oscar De La Hoya absolutely did not do that. No, they did not. No, they did not. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Floyd did fight a Marquez after being out for 2 years. You know what I mean? He did fight a Guerrero after he did his little short time in prison. But right after that Robert Guerrero fight, he fought Canelo. He fought Canelo. You feel me? Facts. You know what I mean? You're talking about dudes who had 18, 20-year careers. You know what I mean? But while they was active, when they was 32, 33, they was still fighting the elites. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get to do that at 33, 34. You know what I mean? When there's a young lion by the name of David Benavidez that's chomping at the bit to take you out. You don't get to do that. So no, Canelo, you don't get a pass for this Edgar Berlanga stuff. You know what I mean? And no, y'all, I don't want to see him fight Bud either. No. It's Benavidez or nothing. You know what I mean? You know, that's my thing with Canelo. It's Benavidez or nothing. That David Benavidez, everybody said they didn't like the way David Morrell looked, but I'm cool with David Benavidez and David Morrell. I want to see that shape. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Let's get it cracking. David Benavidez, David Morrell, I like that fight. Regardless of what the outcome, I like that fight. It's a fight I like. You know what I mean? And then let's see what like I said, let me go to El Rayo. El Rayo, who upset Pitbull Cruz last week. If I'm El Rayo, I run it back with Pitbull. It's a nice payday. It's a fight that you believe you can win. It's a winnable fight. And if Pitbull found a way to pull it off in a rematch, even better. But again, it's a fight that we will tap into and tune into just to see how it turn out. So if I'm El Rayo, run it back with Pitbull. Get your bag. Get your bag. Get your bag. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a good fight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And you know, then also in that division, you got Sandor Martin, who's going to fight Albert Pujols for the belt that Devin vacated. And the winner of that fight, the mandatory is Gary Antoine Russell. You know what I mean? He will be back. He will be back. And I believe in the winner of that fight, whoever it may be, I believe after that fight, Twan will get his will get his first world title. And then we'll see from there. You know what I mean? But he will be back. You know, in other news, while I'm here, you know, while y'all tapping in, for those that just tapping in, we bouncing over, you know, a few topics. What did you think of Bud's performance last week? Did he win? Was it a loss? Was it a draw? What should he do next? Did you think Vergil got a gift decision or he rightfully won? You know what I mean? Should he run it back with his guy? You know what I mean? Was that the knock of the year in the Lopez fight on the other card? You know, talk to me. Also, in other news, we will be working with Devontae Tank Davis this Wednesday out in B-More, handing out book bags and assortments for the community. So, you know, we will be in the building, the Black Eye Media Room, and you know, several other community will be out there, you know, participating in that. It's all look, we always down to do something for the community, no matter what it is. You know, spent many years doing that. You know what I mean? If you have not already done it, please like, follow, and subscribe to YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, IG, aka The Apostle, or Let's Talk Sports Show. And again, if you got a business and you're looking to sponsor, we're always looking for sponsors, donations. The Cash App is at the bottom, you know. But again, I just think that, you know, we're going to enhance, and I'm going to do a lot more in studios. In studio, we have a wonderful in studio atmosphere as well that you got to come check out. You know what I mean? And see what we're doing. There's a lot of great things going over there at the Black Eye Media Room. You know what I mean? We will be, and we also covering a battle, upcoming rap battles this week as well. So, like I said, man, we you know, we a little bit everywhere. You know, we cover things for the community. We cover sports events, and like I said. And for those that's in the hip hop, Christian hip hop, gospel, or you just want to sit down and tell your story, I'll let your boy. I can interview anybody. You know what I mean? If you active in the community, whatever it may be, you know what I mean? I can interview anybody, man. You just want to tell your story about something. I got you. Got you. You know what I mean? We got some more hot stuff coming up, man. But I had to come in here and get some, just get some things out there. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Boxing of DC podcasters are us, boxing matchmaking. Oh yeah. Speaking of that, I saw Bud and Clarissa Shields and 50 Cent and all of them. They came together in Shreveport, Louisiana for a big event, and that was good to see all of that. Listen, support, 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 support. You know what I mean? I've always been an advocate for all women's sports. You know what I mean? I just want to see them get what they deserve because they work very hard. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, women, y'all gotta support your own. Y'all gotta support your own because it's not enough of y'all supporting each other, and that's valid because they need you. Y'all need each other, but they definitely need you. Especially in women's boxing and the WNBA, they need y'all. Your sisters need you. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. With that being said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Appreciate y'all for tapping in the Let's Talk Sports, y'all. We be back. We definitely be back Wednesday. We're gonna be a lot of coverage Wednesday as we do the outreach event. But hey, for those that's tapping in, tell me, man, talk to me. Y'all quiet today. What did you think about the Bud card, and what did you think about what did you think about that? What did you think about the Bud card? What did you think about the Vergil Ortiz fight? What did you think about the Olympics as a whole? Women's basketball, women's basketball, men's basketball. What did you think about all of that? What did you think about all of that? You know what I mean? Real quick on football tip. They shredding Trey Lance all over Twitter. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was hinky. He played 3 quarters. He got 2 field goals. It was kind of hinky though. But at the same time, he's throwing the ball to quarterback to a receiver that's trying to make the team. Nobody's already on the team. Nobody's, you know what I mean? They're not established. So he's playing with guys that's trying to make the team as well. And sometimes they get a little muffled. You know what I mean? I like his athleticism, and I like a couple of throws he made. But Cowboy Nation, calm down. Y'all trying to just throw the ball in the trash already, but at the same time, the backup probably won't be him. If he keeps playing like he's playing right now, then the backup is going to be Cooper Rush. Because Cooper Rush looked good yesterday. There ain't nobody bring that up. Cooper Rush looked good yesterday, and no, he's not better than Dak. No, I'm not. No, I don't think neither one of them are better than Dak. But my issue, well, y'all, I got enough videos talking about that. I ain't even gonna go down that rabbit hole again. I got enough videos talking about that. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Like and subscribe, sponsor, donate. We love you here. Let's Talk Sports, y'all. Black Guy Media Room. We out here. One.